Welcome back to my channel, and today we are going to discuss about this section, right? User input and all, and creating a system prompt. So also I will teach you how to you can create a system prompt. There is a library available already in LangChain that you can use for creating your system prompt. So first of all, let me just add a user input where a user will pass their question, user question, right? So this is your portal, right? UI interface which we have created, and I want to create one input over here where a user will pass their question, correct? So for that, and that is that particular component we need to create over the Streamlit application, right? So what we have to do, just come back, see whatever we have written here, that is coming into the st sidebar, right? I have to create that component into the main page, right? So what I have to do, I have to just come back, means just exit from this with, and then just check that if your vector store is not empty, means it's true, right? If it is true, vector, yes, is true, right? If it is generated, if the business has loaded their PDF file, if it is true, if all embeddings are generated, then only I will do the next steps. So now what I have to do, I have to just see that user prompt. Okay, for that you have to use st dot, you just pass, just see that for input you have a chat input, just use that one. Okay, and just write down, enter your question here. Okay, and just come back to your application, just see that it will create a box here. So it is running right now. It will take few seconds, because here you can see whenever you are adding any new functionality there, again and again it is creating your vector, right? That is why. So you can see here we have that section available now for asking your question. So if user will ask a question, then it is going to be stored into the user prompt. So now I need to just check that whether user has entered any question or not, right? So first of all, I need to just check that the variable is true or not, right? So for that, you just use if condition. If user prompt is true, then only I have to do a below step. Means what below steps? Like I have to do a similarity search, right? And before that, I also need to pass, you just see here these steps, I need to also pass a system prompt, right? So for system prompt, we have a library available in LangChain. I'll tell you. You just import prompts, okay, from LangChain, uh, from LangChain core. Let me see. Yeah, sorry, no, not community. From LangChain core dot prompts. You can see downside prompts. Import import chat prompt template. Okay. And if you want to search what is that, let me just Google it and show you that on this official website. What we have to do, what exactly meaning of that? Okay. Come here and go to the Google. Go to the Google and search for it. See why I'm showing you these all things, because when you are going to write a code, you should know how to refer any documentation from the LangChain, right, for each and every library. So here you can just see this is the template, right? This is the template where sorry, where user is asking their question, and means user means human, and system, you can pass your system prompt over here if you want. As I mentioned, like I have to just search my user question from this particular documentation, whatever it is uploaded there. If that response like that, we are unable to, like a model is unable to find that response from the documentation, it should say I'm unable to find it, right? That kind of things I have to pass to the system prompt, right, to the model. So that we have to write into under the system, and a human, we can pass that the user prompt which we have already collected through that portal, right? This is what this is the you can see this is the code for that. Okay, let me write down here, let me come back. Go downside, and here in the user prompt, if user prompt is true, right? If user prompt is true, then create prompt, and what we have for that, chat prompt, right? Chat prompt template from messages, and bracket, enter. Let's see that if it is loading. Okay, that template it will load, and we'll copy and we'll place over here. So this is the system prompt content you can pass. uh, yeah, let me copy this line of code and we'll make alteration. Okay, so tab, tab, tab. This is- okay, human means we are going to pass human. Let me remove this human because we need two things only here. One is a system, or maybe we can say AI. Just write down here system, and just write down what exactly you want from your assistant, and search in attached PDF file, and just pass context, and it should be in three colon. Okay, if context is not found, suppose I have to say if it is not found, if context is not found, then return data not found in PDF file. This is what it should return. Okay, if it is not found, then it should say data is not found. Okay, and the second item is user. Instead of user, I will say user human, and then here I'll pass that user prompt, which we are already having in a variable prompt. Yes, that's all. Now our prompt is created. Just add into the prompt section. That's all. Let me see if any error are coming. Okay, no error as of now. Let's see if it is connecting, and if we will get any kind of error, then we have to resolve this issue. But as of now, as I can see, we had used this chat prompt template, and then we had passed the system prompt here, right? And we are also passing the user question there, right, into the prompt. This is the format of that, how we can pass and how we can design our prompt. Okay, so let's see that it is running. Once it will pass, like once we'll not get an error, then we'll move to the next step, that is retrieval stage. Like retrieval stage, I have already shown you, right? Where we are just passing top two like similarity search, we are finding it. Now we are talking about the augmented, and for the augmented we are have designed the system prompt. That is what we are going to pass. We are going to pass the retrieval context, and we are going to pass the user prompt, right? And then we are going to generate generation. We are going to move. We are moving to the generation part then. So let me see if there is no error as of now, but still it is running. So it is executed, and we can see like there's no error at all. So let's move to the next step, and that is augmented stage, right? So in the augmented stage, what like I will write down. There's a two line of step which is very important for this RAG. Without that, we can't say like the RAG techniques we are using it at all, right? So first of all, like I'll tell you what are those steps. So this prompt we have designed, we have a user prompt as well. So let's see that, and we are already verifying whether user prompt is true or not true, right? So the next step is let me write down. Like whatever user is going to ask question here, that should be published over the screen, right? That should be we should display that particular question over this screen, right? For that we have a code with st dot chat. There's a chat messages function. Okay, use that one. And here you just pass user. If you are going to write down this line of code, in that case, I'll tell you why we are writing and what is the use of that. Okay, let me write down, then I'll tell you. St dot write and just pass user question, user prompt, right? Which we have already stored into the right into the variable. See why I'm writing here. When you are going to write down your question here, let's execute this one, then we'll write down the question here. So it is executed. You just pass your question here, hi, and just see that. Like what it is going to do, it is going to display your message here. Okay. So for displaying that message, we are using st.write. We are using st.write, right? Streamlit is having a function, right? That is what we are using to display that message on the screen. And there's a why we are using this chat message, right? That is, I will tell you. So you can see there's a logo emoji is coming, right? User emoji is coming. So we are going to, if you're using this chat message and there we are defining it is a user, right? Then it is going to provide you the user logo. And if you're going to define assistant here instead of user, then assistant logo will come. Okay, this is the important of this line of code. Then let's move to the next line of code, and now we have to generate a response from LLM, right? So for that there's a two line of code which is really important here, and I'll tell you what is those code. Let me write down and then I'll tell you. Okay, so let me go here, and I'll import few libraries, langchain and classic, and then dot chains and import create chains, then import create retrieval. Let me see if it is not coming, so maybe I have to install it. So in that, if you're going to use this langton classic, just try to first import this one, like you have to just install pip install langton classic, then only you can able to use this one. So use create, and before that, as you know, we have to make LLM call, right? This LLM call. So for that LLM call, I'm going to use grok langchain grok. So see, if you are not aware what is the grok and all, I already have one series there for Streamlit. That series you can just go and watch. You will able to see that why I'm writing the grok. Okay, so we have a different AI provider. Okay, so like. We have Azure OpenAI, we have OpenAI, right? We have a Grok, we have a Google, right? So all these AI provider are having their own models. So I want to use those models. I want to use a model from Grok. So that is why I'm writing this Grok. And you just go here in this. If you don't have Grok API key, just go to this portal and Grok console dot grok.com. Just register yourself. Go to the API key and generate your API key and store that API key into the env file, env file. Okay, just go and store your here Grok API key, and once it is stored, then let me come back to my code, and I'm going to use this chat Grok model. So for that, I have to use the API key of Grok, right? So just write down this line of code, import OS, this three line of code which I am writing right now, which is really important. dot env import load. I'll tell you why I'm writing this line of code. Okay, so load dot env and then load bracket. So by using this three line of code, whatever value you are writing here, like sensitive things are you are writing now, those value you can easily read into your particular py file. Okay, so because we can't hard code over here now, this is the config file where we are saving our sensitive data and which I want to pass those keys over here, right? So this is, if you're not writing this three line of code, you can't utilize that one. So let's come downside, and as I'm using chat grok, right? So that is the model. So here before vector, you just pass llm is equals to chat grok chat grok oh wait chat grok model. You should pass model is equals to, and you just go to this portal and you want to know what model we have for the grok. You can see there's so many models available here. Whatever model you want to use, just go here, just copy this one from here, come back to your code and just pass into the double quote. That's all. Okay, so your llm you have already defined over here, and now it is ready to call from this code, right? So now the next step is, your LLM, you have your prompt ready, right? You have your retrieval vector store is ready, right? So what is your next step? You are going to pass this all together, correct? All together to the LLM, correct? That is what you are going to do that. So for that, what I have to do, I was writing that this code, right? Create stuff, document and all. And I told you like once I'll write, then I'll explain why I'm writing this one. So let me finish this line of code. LangChain classic dot chains import create retrieval create retrieval chains. Okay, so once this is done, then come back to the downside, and then what you have to do, mm, this is done here, and what I have to do, I have to just work on this area augmentation, right? So for that, just come here, and you have to write two line of code. Basically, I'm creating a chain. This is a heart of your rag. Okay, if you are not writing this line of code, you're not creating your chain, then the augmentation part, you will not get a response at all, right? So just write down create stuff document and then pass your LLM, which you have already uh, done the coding for that, right? LLM, your chat grok, you're passing LLM model, and then have to pass your prompt. Okay, you are going to pass your prompt. Okay, once this is done, then come downside and just write down LLM chain is equals to create retrieval chain and write down retriever. As you recall, above I have written retriever, right? Where we are doing a similarity search. This is what I am going to pass here. This is what I am going to pass here in the chain, and then this above chain. Okay, this is done. This is the two line of code is a main heart of this rag. This is what we have done. This is augmentation, okay, where we are passing user prompt, retriever context, right, and the system prompt. So you can see this is the two line of code we have written, and this is the heart of the code. Without this, like you can't call your model and all. Okay, so like I'll tell you what is the meaning of this create a stub document chain. So it will tell the LLM how to use the retrieve document. Okay, and the another one is a create retrieval chain. This will automatically fetch relevant document and passes to the them to the document chain. without create stuff document chain, and the LLM will not know how know like how to use retrieve chain. Without create retrieval chain means this one, this function, it will the retriever will not automatically send any chunks to the LLM. Okay, so both together is really important for this RAG. So now the next step, like everything is ready here, this chain is ready. This chain is ready. Now I'm going to call this chain by passing the user prompt, right? By passing the user prompt. So what I have to do, I have to write down here with st.chat messages and assistant, and then just write down st.write st.write. Okay. So, but we have not called, right? As I was telling you, like once the chain is ready, this chain is ready. I need to just call this one. Without invoking, you will not get your answer, right? So, what I will do, response is equals to LM chain, okay, dot invoke, dot invoke. Okay, and then you have to pass your user question. Then you are going to pass your user question here, okay? So I'll input, just put, let me put this into the double quote and colon, and then user input, right? That is what we were having into the variable, is user input. Yeah, so here I am passing my user prompt. In the same variable we had received the question from the user, right? So I'll pass here, and let's see. And also what you have to do, just copy this response. We are going to showcase that response on the screen, right? Just write down answer. That's all. And let's see that if we are getting any error, then accordingly we'll try to handle it. I guess there's one error here. I am passing user prompt. This should not be user prompt, okay? It should be input, okay? And this input, I am passing this user prompt here. In input, I am passing this user prompt here, okay? So I think overall this is looking correct only. Let's see that if we are getting a response or not. Okay, and also what I will do, I'll try to open that PDF file which we have loaded there. So let me go back. And now it is generating embedding, and then we'll ask question, and then we'll see the response. Okay, yeah, embedding generated. I'll ask, let me see if there's any questions available which I can ask. What is, I will ask this question, okay? I will ask this question. Okay. Oh, sorry, not here. Copy, come back to the RAG and just ask what is RAG, advanced RAG, right? Just see that this advanced RAG is present in this document, right? So it will search here. What it is doing? It is coming here, right? Let me go to the code. Right now it is here. And just see that we have given the persistent directory, right? Just see that this is directory is already created, and that vector store is already stored over here, okay? That's embedding is already stored here. And let's come back to the portal. You can see here